my friends. Yes, we have another independent sci-fi film on deck for you today. We are going to look at Fighting the Sky, brought to us by director Conrad Faraj. And here we have the story of Earth. And there are some strange otherworldly sounds that have been coming from the sky all around the world. Well, top UFOologist Lorraine Gardner and her team start trying to track down where the origins of these sounds are coming from, and if they are coming from aliens, are these aliens friends or foes? But as they journey deeper and discover more about the origins of these sounds, they soon find themselves getting more than they ever hoped to find. Fighting the Sky is an interesting film. I got the impression this is meant to be a bit of a family-friendly alien invasion film. While you do have some intense moments, overall, I think this was made, it felt like, to go to a wide audience, not just a specific demographic. And I think they accomplished that very well with the characters that they have. We have a group of kids who we see this perspective as they're witnessing these strange things going on. And then we have the group of UFOologists who are getting together, and they've got their own history, and we get to learn them. And we kind of see how these two groups handle these sounds differently and in investigation differently, and the aliens, the idea that there's aliens on Earth differently. So I really liked that parallel between these two groups. Now, Lorraine Gardner is played fantastically by Angela Cole. I really enjoyed her performance in here. She's a woman who has a past, who isn't quite, she kind of got out of the UFO business, but not quite. And they do some interesting things with her character, and it was great to see her with her group and seeing them explore, trying to figure out what's going on. Now, there is a lot of people wearing headphones and pointing mics into the air. There's a number of those scenes in here, but the way they're edited and the way they play out in the story, I don't think it's slowed down the action too much because of what happens during those scenes, though there are quite a bit of those because they're trying to investigate by pointing their mics in the air and figuring out where the sources are from. So I thought that was feasible for the method of them trying to find these aliens. And even though we get a lot of those scenes, I don't think it took away from the plot or the film. The cast does well in here. You have some entertaining characters. Like the kids do well for the most part. I thought the acting done by the younger cast in here was better than expected, though there is one scene in here you could kind of tell they were smiling when they weren't really supposed to. But again, you always hear that younger cast are a little bit tougher to work with, but I think they still put in a decent job and hold their own when they get scenes with the adults of the group. Now, as far as special effects go in here, they work within their budget. Most of the special effects in here, I like the design of the spaceships and some of the other things that they did with the special effects. They did cutaways quickly enough, and they edited it well enough to where the special effects and explosion stuff looked real. They didn't look too like After Effects or whatnot. So again, the technology's there for independent filmmakers to really make higher quality special effects. And that shows here, though there are a few spots where it does kind of show its budget. I thought the ending took a little bit of time. I think there was a little bit of a pacing issue there with it. A couple of scenes I think could have been trimmed up in this film to where it keep the actions going a little bit more. Like there's one scene it was about halfway through the film where we're kind of exploring the Lorraine Gardner character, and it's just a scene that I understand why they put it in there, but I think it kind of took away from the energy that was going in this film. And so at the end, what kind of resolution do you get? One that I kind of saw coming, but at the same time, I was surprised they actually did go that route. I was like, oh, are they going to go that route? And then I'm like, no. And then they actually do. And I'm like, oh, okay. Do you get all your questions answered as well in here? No, but we don't need all our questions answered in films. In fact, I think that's what helps spark our imagination, which I think this film does. There are makeup effects done in here as well that look really good, especially when we get to these otherworldly beings that we do get glimpses of. So, if you're looking for a little bit more family friendly sci-fi indie film, this one you can, I think, have maybe your teenagers on up watch with you. There's only one f-bomb in here, and it's so well placed. It was hilarious. I loved that scene that involved that, and so yeah, I think there's a lot of elements here to enjoy. So if you do check out Fighting the Sky, please let me know. I think it's worth a watch, at least a rental on VOD. Especially if you're looking for something that might be something for more of the family members than just your sci-fi adults in the group, then this one will be for you. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out our Patreon if you haven't already. I appreciate your support. And as always, remember, keep that ticket stub.